All right, welcome Fall 2014 Calculus 1 students to the orientation video, which should take you through here and get you acquainted with how this course is going to work. If you're familiar with using Webassign, or if you've taken me for an internet course before, there are a few changes that I'll be pointing out as I go through this video. By the way, my name is Robert D. Giovanni. I am the instructor for this class, and you'll be hearing a lot of my voice over the next few months. Let me point out first of all that I do teach Calculus 1 in a face-to-face setting this semester also. So there's a possibility that if something happens where you need to come in and sit in one of my lectures, or as you'll see, I record all my lectures, the ones that I do face-to-face, so I can give everyone in the class access to those videos also. But I teach the Cal 1, Cal 2, and Cal 3 right now for the fall, and one of my internet courses is Cal 1. So just FYI, a little bit about what I'm doing this semester. So here's how we get started with the class. You go ahead and go to the Northwest Vista main webpage, log in to ACES, and you put in your information. I'm assuming that you already have this. If you do not, then you will need to go down here and get your username, and you can also get your banner ID. You need to bring that when you come for the midterm and final, so just FYI, that's where you get that stuff. So log into your ACES. That's not right. Try it again. Okay, so once you're here, you want to go ahead and click on your courses. You want to make sure you're looking at the fall semester here. Try and make this a little bit smaller. Okay, fall semester. And in my fall semester, I have the courses I'm teaching. Like I said, I'm doing a Calculus 1 face-to-face, a Calculus 1 online, which is your class. I've got a Cal 2 face-to-face, Cal 3 face-to-face, and I'm teaching a Business Math 1 and 2. Those are both online courses. So go ahead and find your Calculus 1 Section 43 course there, and click on that. And it should bring you to this page. Now, right now we are looking at the instructor's view, so there are some things that you see here that you won't see when you get to it, but I'll show you what your view looks like in a second. The first thing I want to go through is this Canvas, what Canvas is, and a little bit about the bells and whistles. If this is your first time using Canvas, what you'll want to do is go into Settings, and you'll want to establish a couple of things. First of all, this is your information here. A little bit about yourself. I believe you can click on this and edit, put a different picture in. And then you can see your email address. You should have a standard alamo.edu or student.alamo.edu email address. If you'd like to add another email address, like a Yahoo account or something like that, or your cell phone, then you can do that now. And as things happen in the course, as I update things, you can get notifications sent to these additional email addresses, and you can get text messages to your phones, or to your phone. So you can do that on your own, not required. Officially, though, please be aware that all communication in this course is required by me to go through Canvas. So if you send me an email from your Yahoo account, I am probably not going to get it. It's probably going to be spammed out, and I'll never see it. So we are supposed to communicate through this system only. Adding the external email address just lets you know that something has happened here and you need to come here and check it out. So, okay, so you add email addresses, then you go to this all-important notifications tab. And this is where you can actually go in here and decide how you want things to be sent to you. So let's just say, for example, that I may post files, solutions to review, exams or things like that, reviews for exams. If I post those, you might want to be notified by email that I did that. So you could say notify me right away, or maybe send me an email at the end of the day, or weekly, or never. So you can decide that, and you can decide it for each of the email addresses that you want, and then the text to your phone. So you have to go through all this stuff, decide what you want, what you don't want. Just keep in mind that the settings that you use here are global settings. So this will apply to every class, not just ours. So if you're taking 4 classes online, or 4 classes at Northwest Vista, they're all using Canvas. Then if you decide to get notifications right away for files, that will be for every class you get. Unfortunately, you can't split it up by class. So go ahead and do that. And that's pretty much the main part of getting set up, with the settings here. That's all I want to show you. The next important thing is your inbox. So this is where you go to check your email. So I will send things out to the class. My main way of doing that will be sending emails. So you'll go, you can see here I have one unread message here in my inbox. And show you a little bit about, how this works. So let me wait for this to load. It's usually slow like this. And what you'll see here is all your messages. Right now we're looking at the inbox. And if you see a blue dot next to an email, that means it has not been checked. So you can see here I haven't checked that one. If I just click it, then it's checked. So that's how you can see your email. And if you want to compose an email or write an email, then what you do is you click on compose message. You can select what class. So you are in the calculus one. That's it. Then you click over here to say who you want to send it to. And right now, you probably just want to send me an email. So you'd say teachers, and then you'd see me, and you click it in there, and then you type in your subject, whatever it is, like, I'm having trouble with something, whatever. And then I always say send an individual message. Just always click that box, and then type in whatever you want. If you want, you can add an attachment. If you need to scan something and send it to me, you can. You can also do a webcam. No one's ever sent me a webcam message, but you can if you want. And then you just send it out. So that's the way that you'd write an email to me. That's the official way. It has to be done that way. Like I said, do not send me something through your Hotmail, or else I may not get it. So here's where you do that. And then here's where you can go back and look at your emails. You can also go and just look at what you've sent or anything that you've unread that hasn't been read, or things that you starred, etc. Okay, so that is the main two things here that I wanted you to see for the basically the big picture of Canvas. Now let's drill down to the class. So if you hover over courses, you'll see all your courses, the semester and stuff. Again, we're going 2413. So I'm going to click on that, and let me go ahead and I'm going to switch it to a student view here, so you can kind of see what it will look like for you. The reason I didn't do that before is because then the inbox and stuff goes away, so that's why I have to do this. So this is the main page of the course. This home page is where I have most of the links. Right now, there's a link to the orientation video, which is what you're watching right now. So if you're watching it, you don't really need that link. But if you want to go back and watch something, later on this semester you forgot about something, you want to go back and look at it, you can. So that's where that'll be. And then you have the syllabus, you have the calendar, what we're going to be doing in order, when things are due, formula sheet. There's actually, I think, 6 or 7 of them, and then some links to your course and class notes. So let's start with the syllabus, and then we'll come back and take a look at what everything is over here. So syllabus, click on the syllabus, should bring you here. So we are in Cal 1. This is a 4-hour credit course. We're fall 2012. 2014. We meet from August 25th, which is a Monday. Let's see. We don't ever meet, but I'm just saying that's when the term starts, and then it ends on the 13th of December. Now, we don't meet for class lectures, but we actually do have 2 meetings. You must come face-to-face and take 2 exams. So this is not a true 100% online course in terms of you can't just do everything from home. We do this to maintain the integrity of the class, to make sure that you are the one doing the work. So you have to come on campus and take 2 exams. They are already scheduled, and you're getting a good almost 2 months heads up on the first one, and about 4 months heads up on the second one. So you need to adjust your life around those dates and times, and do your best to accommodate those times and dates. If for some reason you cannot make those, we will have to deal with those case by case. Make sure you're showing up for these exams at 9 a.m. They're here at Northwest Vista College in Juniper Hall, room 111A. That's where my office is. You'll come in. Actually, the whole class will come in. We'll get you signed in, and we'll take you to a testing area, and then you'll take the test. Paper and pencil test. So even though most of your work is done online, when you come for these 2 exams, you will do them on a pencil and paper, and I will grade them, and I'll give you partial credit and all that as long as you show your work. Make sure you allow yourself 3 to 4 hours. I will normally give you 3 hours to finish the exam, but just if you're trying to schedule around your work or something, just give yourself 4 hours to be safe. Plus, it takes me a little bit of time to get everyone started, so give yourself some time. If you live out of town, you can still do this, but what you have to do is you have to secure a proctor to administer the exam to you. That means you need to go to a local college or library or somewhere official and find someone who's willing to commit 3 to 4 hours of their day to giving you an exam. Once you find that person, you need to email me their information. And that means I need their email address, I need their name, I need their phone number, I need to know where they are. And don't just send me a link to a website or anything like that. I need a person that I can call and make sure that they are, someone that is allowed. And I guess as far as what I mean by allowed is I'll talk to them, and if I'm not comfortable with it, it's not going to happen. So just make sure you get me that information. You have to get it to me 2 weeks before the exam is scheduled. So if you want to take it here on the 10th, you need to, the 17th of October, you need to make sure that beginning of October I have that information. Then I will, once you give me their information, I will coordinate with them. We will set everything up, and we will make sure that you can take that exam. Also keep in mind, last day to drop this class is November 14th. All right, a little bit about this. Let's see, the math department, that's just if you ever need to get to the math department, that's where they are. Here's my information. Here's my email address, even though you won't be using that because you'll be using Canvas, but that's my email address. There's my office location. Now, up here I said to come to JH111A. That's the door that leads you into all the offices, and then my office is actually O. But if you can make it through the doors here, then you'll find me here. My phone number, that's my cell phone number. Feel free to text me. Just make sure, because I have lots of students, I have lots of different classes, make sure that you send me, if you're going to send me a text, make sure you tell me who you are, and then make sure you tell me what class you're in, and then tell me what you need. And you are free to ask me any questions about the course. If you have specific questions on problems or how to do something, whatever it is, don't hesitate. I'm here. It's my job to help you. Now, I'm also available in my office for office hours, which are just times that you can walk in. I should be here. You never know, life sometimes does happen. So if you're going to travel across the city to be here, you might want to just give me a quick phone call or a text and just make sure I'm going to be in my office at these times. But every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'm in my office from 9 to 11 a.m. And then on Monday and Wednesday, I'm also in my office from 2:45 to 4. Tuesday, Thursday, you can see some times here, 2 different times. Wait a minute, hold on. This one should have gone away. Let me double check that. Tuesday, Thursday should be 1 to 2:45. 1 to 2:45. I'll have to fix that. Yeah, 1 to 2:45. This 2 to 3 shouldn't be here. And then on Friday, I need to, man, things got kind of messed up on this thing. I need to fix this. But Friday is by appointment, okay? I put here 12 a.m. to 12:01 because that's the only way the system would allow me to do this. Basically, if you want to meet with me on Friday, I'm here on Fridays, but we have lots of department meetings and stuff. So just make an appointment with me, and we can work something out. Now, as far as what you need for the class, you are going to need to get onto a website where you do all your homework, and that website is Webassign, and you will need this code. You go in there, and that's where you will buy, using a credit card, access to the system that allows you to see the e-book, the electronic book, and also do all your homework assignments. So you do not need to buy a physical book for this class. You will go through a registration process through here. That's the only cost out of pocket for you, is going through this. And I will take you through that in just a minute, but that's what you'll need. And then you also need a graphing calculator, right? Or not a graphing calculator, a calculator. I did not put it here, but you need the ability to do everything you did in pre-cal, so all your trig functions and things like that. So graphing calculator is fine, scientific is okay. I really don't put any restrictions on what you can use, but you can't use a tablet or an iPad or anything like that. It has to be a calculator. That's what you use for a test. You just have to be sure that you show all of your work. Okay, I've had students come in, they take the midterm, they give me all the right answers, there's no work, they did everything on a TI-89, and they didn't get any credit. So because you have to show work, be careful using these very powerful calculators, because you can kind of get yourself in trouble that way. All right, here's a description of the class. You should have passed pre-cal to be here, or perhaps if you got in here, you tested into the course. But if you didn't pass pre-cal and you somehow got in here, they'll probably catch that at some point and drop you from the class, so be aware. I'm getting a phone call, and I'm going to take that. All right, sorry about that. Course description here. Here are the objectives. I won't read through all of that, what the outcomes are. Let me get to your grade. So we use a standard grading scale here for A's, B's, C's, D's, and F's. There's no IPs or anything like that in this course. Let's see what else we got. The breakdown of the grade. So this is an online course, and so a little less than half the work that you do is going to be, or half your grade, a little less than half is the homework. So you do all of that online, and then your tests that you take on face-to-face are, I'm only having you come in twice, but those are pretty big tests because they're worth 30% each. You also must do, this is brand new this semester, you must do this thing called biosig verifications. And I will show you that in a little bit, but I think it's 7 or 8 times throughout the semester you have to log in to Canvas, and you have to do some verification that shows that you are who you are supposed to be or something. I'll show it to you, and you're required to do that for the course. You must complete those 7 or 8 assignments. They're not worth anything on your grade, but if you don't do them, then you could basically not pass the class. So please be aware of that. Okay, so since your work is done online, you will have due dates. If you do not meet those deadlines, it'll be constituted as lack of participation. If you miss more than 4 deadlines, that's 4 assignments, you could be dropped from the course. That's just my policy. If you're interested in getting tutoring, we do have a free tutoring lab here on campus. It's room 316 in Juniper Hall. You can go to this website to get more information about their schedules. This is some more stuff about dropping courses in Texas, some stuff about behavior, and then here's the layout of what we're going to do. So please be aware, classes start on Monday, August 25th. You do have an assignment due on the 27th. It's just kind of a welcome, here's how you use Webassign, which is the place you go to do all your work. It's like a tutorial. You've got to finish that tutorial by Wednesday at almost midnight. And then as you can see, it's broken down from section by section and shows when the due dates are. So you can see the way I've got this grouped up is that you have a bunch of stuff due on a certain day, and you can work ahead, you just can't fall behind. So my warning to you, do not wait until the 7th to come and do all this work, or don't even wait till the 5th. You need to try and knock these out as soon as possible. These assignments take a long time. So you've got a big group here on the 7th. About 2 weeks later, you've got another big group. About 2 weeks later, you've got another, only 2 sections, but they're more in depth. And then you've got your midterm. You've got another 2 sections, another 2 sections. Then you last day drop the class. Then you got a big group again, 4 sections, then 3 sections, and then your final. All right, there's a couple other things here I won't go through. I'll let you read through those. Those are more college related, not necessarily this course. All right, so that is our syllabus. If there are any changes made to that, I'll just make the change and you can come and look at them. If there's something major, I'll let you know, but like I'd said, I need to change those office hours a little bit to get rid of this right here. All right, let me get out of here. Now, That's the syllabus. If you want to see the schedule, this right here, if you click on that, it just downloads a PDF of the schedule. So that way, if you want to print that out, just kind of keep it, or print it out and make a calendar out of it somehow, you can. Formula sheets, you will be allowed to use formula sheets on your exams. So it's what, 6 pages worth of formulas? You have to print those out and you have to bring them. I will not supply those for the tests, but you are allowed to use them. I'm going to let you use them on every test. Well, the only 2 you have. All right. And then here's a place you can go to get class notes. This takes you over here to where I keep all the files, and I think I'll get into that in a little while, not necessarily right now. Let's go back to this home page. Okay, so I skipped over this course modules. Let's go ahead and go through kind of the way that this course is going to work, and then I'll come back and do these things. So course modules. This is the way I have it organized is kind of in groups of weeks. So what you do as a student, you log in here. The first 2 weeks, that's August 25th through September 7th, these are the things that you need to do. And if you haven't done it, it'll look like this. It'll say must view the page. If you've done it, then you've got a check mark there. So the first thing that you do in this class is you do this. You watch this video on this whole biosig thing, and it explains to you how the biosig works. And then after you do that, you go to the next part of this, which is to actually do the biosig. So the first one was a video showing what it's about, and here's the actual setup of it. I can't do it because I'm an instructor, so I don't need to do the biosig. That's why I'm getting that little error. Once you get past the biosig, we get into the videos. So this course, Cal 1, the way that I have it organized is that I give you a set of videos to watch. These are videos that I created. The first set of videos are what I call the course videos. These videos are just videos on the content of what's kind of like in the book. So let me click on one of these. And I know the audio is going to sound terrible. I'm actually going to mute myself. So what I'm doing is I put up the chapter here, and then I'm going to cover this first section, section 1, which is called Functions and Their Representations. And I go through all these definitions, and there's little interactive videos. I'm going to make this bigger so we can see it, hopefully. Let's see, that didn't work out too good. There we go. So you can kind of see how I'm talking about this graph and la 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 la. So you watch that video, and then after you watch that video, you go to the next course video, and then the next course video, and you watch all 4 of those sections. So that's the first 4 sections of the book. Those, like I said, were videos designed to just get you acquainted with definitions and formulas and basic concepts. Then what you go and do is you go and you look at what are called the class videos. Now these videos I actually shot. Actually did these in a Calculus 1 class that I had in the summer of 2013. I think it was summer 2013. And these are the actual videos of exactly what I did in that class. So the first video covered the first 2 sections. So I'm going to click on that. That actually opens it in YouTube. So I'll pause it. Let me tell you something. Remember, these class videos were done in an actual class. So when I'm sitting here and I'm talking about, hey, this is, the first video I talk about the syllabus and a bunch of stuff in the very beginning, that has nothing to do with you, okay? This was the class I did back, actually, I'd probably say it here. This was, where is this? Say the term here? I don't see it. Well, doesn't matter. So that is not your syllabus. What you want to get to, you can probably scroll till about here and press play. See, I'm still talking about that class, so don't pay attention. Okay. So here's where I start doing the actual lecture. So what I do in the lecture is I try and do as many problems as I can in these class videos. So they're different. They're different from those course videos. Course videos that you were watching before this were just, like I said, definitions and things like that. The class videos should have lots of examples worked out. So you work through this. Here's me working through an example. Now, I realize these are very long videos, okay? It's hard to sit there and watch a lot of math, so don't try and do it all in one night. This is almost 3 hours worth of video, right, just for this first one. So divide and conquer. Do a little bit here, a little bit there. I recommend you sit there and you take notes while you do this. All right, try and work these problems with me. All right, I'm going to close that one out. Maybe I'm not going to close it out. There it goes. Okay, so that was the first video. And then you watch the second video. And let's see how long this one is. Notice if I click it, the play button in Canvas, it stays in Canvas, but the video is a lot smaller. This one's 2 hours and 45 minutes long. So that's like, you know, you've got almost 6 hours of videos right here, just between those two. But that's exactly what I did in my class back in that semester. Again, keep in mind, I'm giving the students maybe some homework assignments. I'm talking about things. These do not pertain to you. What you are here for is the content, the me delivering you examples and showing you how to do things. Okay? So I think I will stop this. And now we move on to the next part of the module, which is the homework. So you've watched the videos, and now you're going to go do your homework. To do that, you will click here, and it's going to take you to that Webassign place where I told you would do your homework. I will go through that in a second. But that's what you do. You go do your homework, and also look at below each of the below the homework sections, I actually put in help for the homework. So if you click on this video, I actually go through the same homework problems that you're going to go do. And now they're different numbers and different, you know, they're slightly modified versions of what you're going to do, but the basic idea is still there. So you can watch me and listen to me go through and solve each of those homework sets. So that's pretty helpful for a lot of students to have video solutions for all the homework assignments. And then at that point, you are going to go to the last part of this first week 1 and week 2 thing, which is now you're going to do your biosig, which means you're going to just do whatever this thing wants you to do. It wants you to draw with your mouse. It wants you to draw, I think it's a 4-digit code or something like that, and it recognizes your drawing patterns and it's supposed to verify who you are. So you are done, and you'd move on after that, and now you are in the next set of videos. So that's week 3 and 4. So going back, let me go to the home page, kind of so you can see what we just did. Here was the course modules. You can also get there by clicking modules. But we did week 1 and 2. We had those instructions. You enrolled in the biosig program, watched the course videos, watched the class videos. We did the homework, and then we did our biosig verification assignment, and we are done with the first 2 weeks, and that is September 7th. And if you notice, all your homework assignments, where's that syllabus? Well, we downloaded the schedule, didn't we? Notice that your first set of assignments, 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, were all due on the 7th. As you can see, that was when these first 2 weeks end. Then you move on to the next 2 weeks. All right, you do those in the same process. Then you move on here. Oh, also, I should point out that you cannot, as you move through these, you have to go to them to get the little green check. You can't move on to the next set of assignments. Like you can see, these are grayed out. I can't get to them because I have not finished this. But once you do, then you can do it. And you keep moving. You'll notice that we get to week, week 5, 6. Where's week 7 and 8? Where'd they go? I got to go and check out where those went. They disappeared. Week 7 and 8. I'll go check it out. I think I just didn't publish it. And then you get to week 9, week 10, 12 and 13, 14 and 15. All right, I'm going to have to go figure out where all those missing weeks went, but they'll be there for you. So that's the main layout. I mean, that's pretty much the course in a nutshell. You just move through these things at your own pace. Just like I said, don't wait till the very end, because if you try and wait till the last day everything's due, there's just no way you can get through all that material. And I will keep track of you. I will be able to go in and see when you were here, how long you were here, things like that. So you can't argue with me later saying, oh, well, I've been working real hard on this, if you've only logged in twice and spent 30 minutes. It's just not going to work. All right, so it's our home page. That's our module design. Let's talk about discussions. You can create discussions here. This is public forum. The entire class sees it. So if you want to start asking each other for help, this is where you can go. Your grades. I will post your grades for the class here. All right. And each of your biosig, each time you have to do a verification, you will actually get a score of a 1 if you did it and a 0 if you didn't. So you have to do those. And then I will start putting, more information about your exam scores and homework average and stuff here. People, this is a way that you can contact people in your class. So you don't go stalking them or anything like that. If there's someone in your class that you've been meeting with, or maybe there's y'all want to create some study groups or something, you can kind of get together with each other here and send emails back and forth. And then, like I said, another way to get to the modules was through here. And then your files. This is where I said I put everything. So I've got a lot of stuff under files. It can be a little overwhelming, but here's your formula sheets. Here's the schedule. Here's a little thing on the biosig. I also have some old exams here. I have some solutions from past semesters. I have homework solutions. These are all things from other classes. Course notes. So remember I said there were course videos and class videos. The course videos, you should be able to open or download this, or the course notes, and everything that I did there, all those notes are here in a printable format. So you can just print all these out and write on them at home. And then the difference between that and the class notes is, now these unfortunately are not organized by topic. Okay, so I did it back, that was summer 2013. So, but if you click on this first one here, you'll notice that when I open it, it has everything that I put up in the video that I wrote in class in color. It's got it all here. So again, something you can print out and refer to. So lots of information here. This CDF files, this is not really pertinent, but if you're interested in using the same program that I use to create all my animations, you can actually download these and play with them yourself. This is all has to do with Wolfram, Mathematica, and if you're interested in that, just call me or email me or something. I can help you out with that. All right, so what we need to talk about now is that whole Webassign thing. So where you go to do your homework, right? I told you earlier you were in a module, and when you got to homework, it said click here, close it out here. So you're going to click here. It's going to take you to Webassign. Now, what you're going to do first time you come here is you're going to enter a class key. And if you recall back from our class, when we were in the syllabus, which was here, I told you there was a class key that you needed. Here it is right here. Northwest Vista 4416. So I would say here, Northwest Vista 4416. Okay, click submit. It says, is this your class? See, Math 2413, Section 43, Fall 2014, D. Giovanni. Oops, Section 15, that's a typo. Section 43 is what it is. Yes, this is my class. And then you're going to create an account. Just make sure that when you create this account, you use your name as it appears to me and Northwest Vista's roster. so don't use some nicknames or anything like that. I'm going to go ahead and create a new account. If you have an existing one, you can go ahead and put that in. At this point, I can't really go much further, but you would do your username, your password. This is where it was important you put the proper your proper name in here, and then you create your account. And what it's going to do is it's going to prompt you for payment. There's also a way you can get temporary access to Webassign. That'll give, I think it's a 14-day grace period. So if you're waiting on money or something, you can do that. But for the time being, you can get in there and work on stuff. So let me go ahead and log in, show you kind of what it looks like. All right, so let me get to the class. All right, let me show you your view first. Your view is going to look like this. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. So it'll have your class, and then it'll have all of your assignments. Right now there's no assignments because the course hasn't started officially yet. It doesn't start until the 25th. So this is where you'll actually start to get your list of your assignments, and then you'll click on them, and that's where you do your homework. So I need to show you that kind of from a different point of view. When you see your list of assignments, it'll look like something like this. And what you'll do is you will click on the assignment, it'll open it up. And when it opens it up, it'll look like this. So this first question, this one has a little multiple choice here. It's giving me an answer, but that's because I'm the instructor. You won't get the answer until after you submit the assignment. So here's the problems. All right, so that's your first assignment. Now, the very first thing you have to do, remember I said you have to, the 27th, you have a due date, is this one right here, getting started with Webassign. This is going to show you how Webassign wants you to put answers in, you know, how you select graphs, how you use there's like an equation editor. You need to go through this first just to get yourself acquainted with the system. All right, so make sure you do that. It's your first assignment. And that's pretty much it. That's where all the Webassign is there for, is really for you to do your homework. Now, if you want to look at the book, you will have access, again, and go back to your view, you have access to the book right here. So you just go to the book. If you want to go and take a look at 1.1, the first section, this is the textbook right here. Close this out, widen this out, and you can read the book. Right? Go through this. I know reading math can sometimes be a challenge, but you know, this is it. And there's actually pages that have exercises, and you don't have to do any of those. All your homework's online, but it's here. I think there's interactive stuff here too. Yeah, there's a little interactive. Let's see what this does. What the heck is that? Oh, cool. So this is a little interactive inventory control model thing. So the book is not just a static PDF. There are some interactive images and stuff in there. Okay, so that's pretty much it. If you get to Webassign, let me close this out. Let me go back to Webassign here. If you go to Webassign, you need some support here. You can get support through here. If you have any questions, you can also call me. Okay. So there's a quick start guide if you're having trouble. And you can request a refund. You know, maybe something happens, you get the 14-day trial, and then you say, you know what, this class is not for me. Then you can look at getting a refund after the 14 days. Tech support. So it's all there. So I think I've covered everything. Just run through this one more time. Got your modules. Yeah, that's pretty much it. There will be some sort of review for the on-campus exams. I'll give you something. I'll probably give you last semester's exams just so you can kind of take a look at what I asked. But you know, this is an online course. I'm here to help. I do teach Calculus 1, so I'm not just an administrator here. I understand the material too. So you know, reach out to me, reach out to each other, get some help from the Tutoring Lab. Do not wait until it is too late to get help, all right? You don't want to get buried underneath 3 weeks of work and, you know, fail to ask for any help. So please reach out. All right, if you have any questions, please just email me or call me.